Hi all. Right, I was adamant I was going to give Fire in the Lake a little shot since I've neglected it since I started this. But here I am again. So it's obviously holding my interest more. Not saying that that's it's a bad game or anything. I'm just got right into this now and starting to get things moving and yeah. I mean, I would like to. I don't want to like overdo it with this as well. So I would like to. I thought I would maybe spread it between the two, but I can't seem to just get away from this at the minute. Okay, right, I've not watched back on everything in the last episode because I've been chucking them out recently. I've been getting quite a lot done, so getting through them, and like I say, I do like to look over it again just in case there's any complete complete blunders that are really bad, worse than the ones that I made already. Uh, so yeah, I did notice a mistake. Like I say, yeah, it's I'll add it to the notes because I'm not like I've got the video kind of ready but not uploaded. But sure some of you spotted it. I don't know why I think that this um, artillery with DW in it thinks it can land an EG2. I think it just go the ones over the east were both ER, so they're both in the same zone and could put place together. And I clearly just assumed that okay, EG, I can put that in EG as well. Not sure why. So this has to go in DW somewhere, which is kind of better because it's going to land closer to where the. In fact, I preferred it to be in that one. It's going to land closer to the HQ. Well, I say that I've already spoke about the chances of a safe landing are very slim for these guys. They must have struggled. So there's no drifting with them at all. So if anything, the HQ I'm reckon might be still around that same area. So yeah, I think we'll just put them in DW2 there. Yeah, so not quite sure. Just a bit of lack of looking at the counters there. Um, Also, I was looking back and found I had to add a wee note to part 8 that I done um, when I finally realised that I didn't necessarily have to just barrage Orange with his tank because he's in command of a general and he could actually have a go at Red because there was a unit in Red's field of fire that could observe for him, and he's in command of general, and we had to go at that. Didn't come off, but it was a slim sort of. The odds were pretty low. However, I didn't actually notice I can actually reach. He's in there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can actually reach green as well. And at the time we had, we had units in here that are in the field of fire at green. So potentially he could have a go at green as well, which is good to know now. I didn't realise that the turn before. I didn't think about it at all, and I used him to make the attack on this unit. So it's a shame I didn't notice because the only the only benefit I got was I ended up having this as a free move without using it to attack. I just moved it in beside this. But at the time, we knew orange was going to be disrupted, and I think we had brown disrupted too, maybe. So it wasn't a terrible hex to have just left him and used him to attack, and then we could have had a barrage at red or green. However, I didn't notice at the time. I've noticed it now. I've added it. No, I'm about to add it to the comments. So that's all I've noticed up to now. So yeah, let's carry on. So we're on turn 9. And it's a shame. I've just noticed that the videos that I'm uploading are in, part 1, 2, 3, 4, and they are actually all the turns as well. Apart from that one where I decided to split it up because it was getting a bit long, or I'd finished the episode and I thought, right, I'll just upload that and then I'll carry on with my action phase. It would have been a long episode, that, so it turns out that I've just uploaded part 9, which is turn 8, which is a bit of a shame. But however, to be honest, the endings are going. That last one was an hour and a half, so I might find that I might split some other ones up as well, because yeah. Okay, right. Let's get these infantry landed. Well, attempt to land them. And when I say infantry, I obviously mean artillery. I still meant to go and look at what that was. DUKW. I'm sure somebody will mention it. But I was down the stairs and I knew there was. Yeah. Right, never mind. So we might as well kind of have a look at what we're looking for here. So we've got a circle and a diamond. So we're looking for a D result, aren't we? Because these have their own special row. And A is eliminated, B is lose a step, C is lose 2 steps, and D is no effect. So ideally we're looking for a D, and if we were to pick anyone, we would clearly pick the diamond, wouldn't we? So a diamond D, right? That's what we want. And no might. Well, actually, I wonder, can I change that then? Hang on. Because I've just realised these don't drift. Yeah, I think I could. I don't think that's unfair. These are okay, because they're not drifting at all, so they're landing in this hex here. If they land, they're landing in this hex. And if we got mines, then they'd be safe. And I've just looked across this other side to where I've moved this unit. This one would land safe, but this one would not. Now, I could put them in here or here. So, now, here's the thing though, is that when I place this guy here, would this space have been clear? I'll need to find that out, because if that's the case, I would feel that I've revealed some new information. That would be kind of cheating, really, wouldn't it? And you know what? I think we did clear one hex on that side, didn't we? Wait, I'll go back and check which one it was. Okay, this is a bit tricky then, because I get the chance to clear this hex, or this hex, and obviously I've no unit. I actually make comment on the fact that all my units are landing across here, and I choose to clear this hex here, thinking that's the better of the, yeah, because that's the one that unit was in. Now, if I knew this unit was going to, because he would be placed before we cleared one of these hexes. Yeah, so if I choose to put him here, I would probably have then put the clear marker here. Well, you know what? That's maybe just being a wee bit too cheeky, and I don't really think it is, because that would be the point, and I would know that they can't drift. They can't drift. So, and this is why I'm coming back to this, because I want to put this in an area that if it's going to land, I want it to land in a clear spot, and it can only be placed in these 3 boxes. So that's a red and green and 10. So that's why I want it here, because it's a safer hex. But if mines go off, I don't feel like I'm playing the game here, but because my mistake is not noticing this was a DW, and just for some reason assuming it was the same as that guy in an EG. So when I come along here to look, where do I want to deploy it? Well, this one's okay. This is a better hex to land, probably, fire dot wise, definitely. And what do I want to try and achieve? I want it to be close to the HQ. Well, the HQ moved from here to here. I'm going to take this one I'm going to take this one back as well, guys. That would have been... I would have deployed that there, wanting... No, hold on. Would I? No. Let's not. Because that... Yeah. That's maybe not fair. Because this would happen first. So where do I put it? I'm not going to put it here, knowing that it's going to land in a mined hex. A potentially mined hex. And this is before we clear a beach. So I'm kind of like seeing what's going to happen there. So that's not fair. But what I will allow myself is to drift it just to there. Now it's landing in a poorer hex, but it's going to land in a clear hex. So this is before we actually place this. Yeah, that feels better, because that didn't feel right doing that, because that's me kind of like saying, well, okay, well, I'll put it there because that unit's there, and you know, I wouldn't know that ahead of time. Yeah. Well, it does mean, like I say, it's landing in a intense green and red position. But you know what? This is the weaker of the two that of interest anyway, and sometimes them being an intense red and green, you know, if that takes a hit away from some of the important infantry, and that, again, it's one of these things you don't like to say, but you know, it's better for some of the rest. You know, just certain units you don't care so much about. Ew, it's not nice, Grant. You're not nice. Right. Okay. So I'm going to allow myself to move that to there, knowing that can't drift. It's going to land in a clear hex if we happen to get mines. Okay. You know what's going to happen to these guys, eh? They're all going to get bluttered. They're all going to get... Well, it's unlikely they're all going to get eliminated, because we need all A results, but... Okay, so let's draw this card. We've got a circle and a diamond. And we don't want an A. And I think A looks like the most common result, doesn't it? Right, here we go. Well, there's an A on the card. There is not a D on the card. So he's a C, and that guy's an A. So he's eliminated, and he's a lose 2 steps. That's probably the worst result. Well, no. The worst result would have been the other way about, wouldn't it? Because I would have eliminated them both. Right then. So he's toast. And the other guy must have a separate counter then. Oh, let me find that then. Yeah, so there we go. So he takes 2 step losses. One turns him down to 3 step, and then one changes his counter into 2 steps. And then he lands. And there was no mines after all anyway, so I don't need to do that. And he's sitting in intense green fire, so he could actually take another hit there, potentially. Oh well. That's it. I mean, I know these guys aren't... They've obviously struggled to get on the beach and do stuff, but, you know. Right, let's see if the other ones get on any better in the west. Okay, let's see if we can get a D this time. Nope. We got an A though. Oh yeah, we've got a D. Oh, that's superb. I thought that was a C. My eyes are playing up in me. And the A's not... Yeah. Ooh, this is good. This is good. So, we don't have a diamond. That was A. We do have a triangle, which is a D, which is no effect, which is excellent. So, ooh. Right, we've just concentrated this hex because he's 4 steps. Ah, that's a shame. Why didn't you look at that, Grant? Well, mind you, EG had to go in, didn't he? So, oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, he had to be here, or here, didn't he? Oh, no, that would have been better then, wouldn't it? Ah, you divvy. And it's closer to the HQ. Oh, I've not thought that one through well, have I? Why did I not just backtrack a little bit? I realised that landing on queer hexes is where I wanted to be because of the mines. And then I've just not really looked at that guy, have I? I've not really thought, right, if he lands... Oh, there's nothing I can do about that now then. Because if red... I mean, orange and brown are disrupted, so that's a plus. But if red fires over that other side, then we're concentrated. You silly boy. Okay, and the circle's a B, so that's just lose one step. Yeah. Not too much at all. And he lands in that clear hex, like we said, so... no mines again, but... Yeah, there's another blunder then. I should definitely have placed this guy in EG3, knowing that he couldn't drift. He would land in a clear hex. Brown and orange are disrupted as well. I mean, I've landed him in there where red isn't disrupted, and I've created a concentrated target. Oh, you should have went back to fire in the lake. Right, moving on. Event phase, right. How about an event, please? Intense German fire reduces action allowance from 2 to 1 in each division. That's something. You're having a laugh. Well, that is not a nice card. Right, okay. I'm just going to put this card up in the middle of the map, so if you see it at any point, the reason it's there is just to try and remind myself that I've only got one action each side. Let's take the action markers away. Yeah, that might be a good idea as well. I'll just put them off to... I'll just leave one action marker on each side, that should remind me. Okay. It's all going well, eh? Right, let's get some fire in the east. This will be better, won't it? Some fire in the east. You can't beat it. Right, here we go. Okay, there we go. What we got? No artillery. No, what is that? Oh, it hit leaders. Oh, well, oh yeah, we do have leaders now, don't we? We have an HQ. It's not in orange. Oh, we took orange out, didn't we? Good stuff. So we've got double orange. It's not going to do anything. Double blue is disrupted. Green. Oh, it still has his shot, doesn't he? Yeah, I remember saying that's what we didn't want. We didn't want green. We left that tank there, didn't we? I mean, okay, he done a good job. We took out that orange position, but meh. Right, so double orange does nothing. Double blue, well, it's actually a single position blue, but it will still, it's disrupted, but it'll lose its disruption. It doesn't matter the fact that it's double or not, it still takes it off. And the green has 2 shots. So this guy's an intense, he's wanting circles. We'll get that guy if need be. He's looking for somebody to hit, like something like this guy. Right, so he takes the first hit because he's an intense fire, so he's gone. I've got one more to take. And, well, it's more than likely going to be that infantry because he's got 3 steps. Although he's 2 hexes away. Hang on then. We've got a circle in here maybe. We do, but it's a tank. What about here? Oh, that would have been good. I would have been happy if that was a circle. Well, I'm saying he's 2 away. The position's up here, isn't it? 1, 2. Well, this is 3 away. But yeah. Oh no, Grant. This guy that he's landed that you said might take another hit in it. Well, there you go. There's a perfect example of it working in your favour. I mean, okay, it's a shame. I mean, this was 9 strength. It was 4 steps. However, it's now taking another hit because it's an intense green fire, and we're not really overly fussed about that, really. I mean, you know, I'm not saying I wouldn't mind if it was around, but if it was a choice between that, oh wait a minute, yeah, no, it was an intense. It's priority. Yeah, that was the whole point. Yeah, I'm thinking this has got more steps, but no, that's not relevant because he's in steady fire. But I'd much rather taking the hit there than taking the hit there. So, okay, so that's the 2 hits for green. We then undisrupt blue and green. Yeah. So yeah, that wasn't bad. Well, we did lose that tank, but okay. Right, I'll leave the card there and we'll go for fire in the west then. Okay, see what we got. No artillery again. Good. Orange, double purple, double green. Right, orange is disrupted. Double purple fired the last time. We've got a circle. So purple, there's nothing in intense. There's not an intense purple. This is an intense green though, so my guess is that's going to be a hit. Is that bad? Again, it's another one that we're not really fussed about. He's getting 2 shots. He's going to prioritise that. It might be better. Something else might survive better, you know. Although, that's in sporadic though. So, well, actually, purple. Oh. Yeah, that would take a hit, because this isn't armoured. So there's that. However, no, hold on. Right, we need to look at what green's going to hit then as well. I'm pretty sure some of these guys are going to be disrupted. Oh, hold on. This is in purple, Grant. Why did you miss that? I must have looked at these 2. So purple can hit 3. Yeah, why did I look? I must have thought this was a sporadic fire as well. No, it's not, Grant. So this guy's going to take a hit. Oh dear. Yeah, because there's nothing in intense. And steady fire's next. This is in steady fire though. So, well, these 2 are definitely going to take a hit first. So I need B1116, and that's another casualty for the catastrophic loss box. Again, on this side, taking it up to 6. Ooh, it's getting close. And then this guy's going to be eliminated. So there's B116, B1116 replacement counter. That goes away. That's another limited unit. So that's 2 of the 3 purple hits. And this isn't a circle. These are not circles. But this is a circle and it's in steady fire. So I think he's going to hit this. Just depends, because green. Oh no, these are triangles, Grant. Right, so I think the 3rd shot is that. It takes him out. So let's quick look at green while it's fresh in my mind. sporadic. That's a diamond. There's nothing in intense green. Well, that would have been. But purple had nothing else you could hit anyway. So what's in here? Is there any circles in here? Well, there's not actually. So it could well be green isn't hitting anything anyway. That was steady. This is sporadic. Oh, that's a circle though. So yeah. Right, sorry, I got cut off again because that app game thing popped up. I don't understand that. I completely wiped this phone back to factory default settings. So I don't know why that's... I don't even think I've installed any app. And yet, that's twice it happened yesterday as well. It just... because it cuts the video off. Oh. Don't tell me. That's not showing the video there. Right. Hang on, guys. Oh yes, it's okay. I thought for some reason the video that I just recorded from the start there had just disappeared, but it wasn't. It was still stored and I was able to copy it across. But I don't know why that happens. Like I say, I completely wiped the phone, so I don't know. I'll maybe look into that at some point because it's kind of annoying because the whole point was to stop interferences like that by using our phone that was just specifically for this as a video camera. Right, so what did I get? We were saying that we didn't think green was going to hit in, and then we noticed this, which is in sporadic fire, so would be disrupted. And I think that's going to happen, isn't it? Let me just double check. I think I've been in here already, haven't I? Triangle, and yeah, triangle, that's sporadic as well. So we didn't get red fire in there, did we? I think that was our other maybe concern, but however. So disruption marker on there would be the only other thing that would happen, I think, which we're not too fussed about. Yeah, and we've got to undisrupt, right, orange. And what else we got? Yeah, that's a bit annoying. However, we can barrage orange with that tank if we wanted to. I'm pretty sure we're taking that position out, but if we wanted to lock down the other orange position, we've got an opportunity to do that. So yeah, what else do we have disrupted? Brown, right? Well, brown didn't go off, did it? So that's going to be that. Yeah, orange, double purple, and double green. Like I say, green could only hit one thing there, and purple was managed to hit its full three. Yeah, with step losses actually, so that was pretty bad. Another casualty. We've only got the grace of one more, because if we hit 8, we're gone. So we're gonna have to watch all these guys that are 4 strength, and there's 2 of them I can see there. There's one of them here. Now he got away with that there because he's going to climb up there, isn't he? That's going to be a nice bit for him to go, assuming nothing decides to pop up here. But at the moment, that's a safe spot. In fact, to make it even better, if he does get up there, the first thing he might want to do is actually move into there. I might need to keep an eye. There's one thing that came up recently. What was it? Communication was mentioned. I don't feel like it's a big complicated procedure like enemy action or den, for instance, but I still think it's something that I might need to have a glance at. I think as long as we can trace to the beach, and as long as the Germans can trace off the map. Right, I'm maybe just making things up. Let's have a wee look at it now, what we're thinking about. Right, so I'm not particularly interested in looking at US about control and the hexes yet. We're not really at the... That's mainly... Well, it's really when you want to check if you've got something locked down, isn't it? I think it's more for end-game scoring, to be honest, US control, isn't it? Well, I suppose it affects them tracing communication. So German communication, they must be in communication to receive a reinforcement, receive a depth marker, withdraw after being defeated, perform certain actions. German position is in communication if you can trace the path of hexes of any length from the position to any exit hex, A through G. So, yeah, they're all up the top there, aren't they? No, there's some down the side as well, is there not? Yeah. Yeah, A is down the east side and B is up in the southeast corner. The path may not pass through any hexes occupied or controlled by US units. Furthermore, a German communication path may not pass through a rough hex, beach hex, or a pavilion hex adjacent to a beach hex. Yeah, none of that's going to come into the game just yet. Just maybe wanted to check. I think it was just thinking about getting this US unit up round the back here and thinking, you know, is there any issues in them getting up round the back or something and being able to trace communication. So US units are not affected by being in or out of communication during the game. At the end of a scenario, use communication is required in order to control hexes for victory purposes. Oh well, there we go then. It's just about the Germans. Yeah, so we're not affected by being in and out of communication during the game. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, well, we don't really need to know about that or control until we're getting closer to the end when we need to, you know, decide, try and grab some hexes so that we're going to get certain victory points and whatever. Okay, and then German communication, well, it's only going to start actually that's a point. If we get round the back of the likes of this hex here and maybe knock out its depth marker, then there could be a chance that it's then out of communication if I've got it kind of flanked. I don't know, but I'll look at that then. I'll look at that when it comes. Right, okay. So that's the fire phase over, isn't it? Yeah, and no artillery on both sides. So let's move on to the engineer phase. I forgot to place out the units for the next landing, haven't I? I feel like I should always be on top of that. It's so easy to forget that one, I think anyway. But I felt like I've cruised through the game there and thought, right, let's get the next units. I think maybe put me off there. Maybe it was all the carry on I had with where I was landing the artillery units. Right, well, let's get them down and now. Has there any information changed that might affect that? Well, there's not a lot I can do about that now. So I'll get them in place just now and we'll see how bad things are. Well, there's the 3 units we've got in this. I'll just move the card out of the way now. There's absolutely nothing I can do about this. Suppose there was a couple. Is it information that would have affected things? This took a hit, didn't it? And the tank got destroyed. So these things wouldn't have happened until I had to place these out. So we've got an FG, we've got a guy along here somewhere, and 2 ERs, so they're along in here somewhere. Come on, there's not a lot I can do about it. I suppose I would be again. Right, hang on. Hi all. Right, sorry, I had to pause that and then ended up being the end of the night last night, so I never got back up. So a couple of things, I'll watch back a couple of things to talk about, but I think first of all, while nothing's fresh in my mind, I should get these units deployed. Now, I've turned the fire cards down just to sort of kind of have a wee forgetful, not remember where the Germans fired, because we've not cleared any beach hexes yet, and I don't want anybody trying to take advantage of any of that. So I'm going to go with the situation that is just now. I mean, obviously, ideally these should have been placed just after the other units landed, but well, yeah, a bit of a slip. Yeah, these come in now. These got the same landing pattern as all the artillery, yeah. So they're either delayed, place 3 turns ahead, drift 2 boxes east, lose a step or no effect. So the only drift result is 2 boxes east. This guy's got to go in FG. Now the only clear hex that we've got, you know, just to try and avoid mines, I guess, is this one along here. So that would kind of mean putting that in there, but I don't know. Our HQ's further along there, and these guys are, what are they? I'm surprised it's not mentioned on the charts. However, it's only on a couple of pages on. Page 5 tells you unit types. Self-propelled anti-aircraft batteries, so they're pretty good because they're one of the ones that are armoured as well. So we're getting 2 of them coming in, and this is an anti-tank company. That isn't armoured though. So, okay. Well, actually, the best, he can go in AFG. So there's FG5, going to land in a clear hex. If I happen to drift 2 spaces, then, well, I drift 2 spaces. That is landing in intense green, but I feel like we're probably going to do something about green, and it's not going to land until we've hopefully maybe disrupted it. Mind you, are we getting at the other position? We do have a tank in there, don't we? Yeah. I'd like to think maybe that tank is going to possibly barrage that. Right, well, we'll just go for that. I don't want to think too much in it, because I'm actually placing them out of turn here, but like I say, there's nothing I can really do about it. And of course they could drift to, like I've said, yeah, okay. Right then. What about the other 2 then? They go in ER. So, well, that is a good hex, isn't it? Well, it's not really a good hex, Grant, is it? Oh, is this clear as well? Oh yeah, okay, that one's clear. Right. Of course. Yeah. If both these hexes are clear. Oh, you know what? I'll just go for that, and I don't really want to put that away along there, so I'm going to just put that in. I don't know. I'll put that in here as well then. That was right. These are both ERs, aren't they? So we're in ER1, and that's an FG5. Right. Okay. And then there's some more units over the other side. Okay. So what we've got an EG. Well, I think that's probably a good spot because that's clear, and oh, are they clear right along? Yeah, it must be the wee arrow on this one. Yeah, okay. Oh, sorry for the big hairy hand in the way. Yeah, because he can go there, and if he happens to drift to there, well, hopefully we'll have moved some of this, or will we? Oh well, you know what? That's that. Let's just get on with that. Right. DR. Right. DR. That looks like a good spot for that because if he lands there, or if he drifts 2, he lands there. Good. And DW. Oh, you know what? We'll take a chance for that one. We'll just put it there. It's going to land in a clear. If it does drift, then hopefully there's no mines. Right, okay, that's the best I can do. Well, sorry about that. I'll try and keep on top of that one. It is easy to do. I've watched quite a few videos in the game, and I think it's always, well, maybe not every video I've watched, but it's quite a regular occurrence just to forget to put them out. So right, so I should have been at the engineers phase, shouldn't I? I've done the fire phase, and yeah, that's why I've turned the cards back down. So let's look at what we might clear then. Okay, what was the firing then? In the east, we had orange. Well, actually, orange didn't fire because it was empty. Blue didn't. Well, no, that still counts, doesn't it? Oh, there's a point. Right. Not sure I've thought of that one. Blue was disrupted. It was double blue that came up. He doesn't have a depth marker. Now, it does state in the rules that it doesn't matter if it's got a double or a single and what state the disrupted unit is, you still remove disruption. Okay, I get that. Would blue still be considered to have been a threat for the engineers? We know that it eventually got confirmed that the fact it was disrupted, it's still disruption got removed before the end of the fire phase, so it has kind of, but he's just a single unit. How does that work then, guys? I get the feeling I'll maybe not find information about that. I suppose I could have a look. Oh, you know what? I'll leave it that way, yes. What do you say to that one, guys? Do you think that this would still be considered to be affecting blue hexes for clearing beaches? The fact it was a double blue. I don't know. Yeah, I could see that being argued either way, I suppose. But the thing was, you know, the fact it was disrupted in the first place, you would think, you know, I think that's why that people were arguing against that. Why should that affect when it's disrupted? But John Butterfield did confirm that the disruption did come off before. So, okay, curious to know the answer to that one. What I'll just say is I'll pick another hex if I can. So, and then, well, green fired. So, we've really got green and blue then. Where are we here? This is blue. Well, this is the thing, yeah. If blue isn't, I could clear one of these two hexes. If not, green goes right along to, well, maybe I could just pick a hex along here. See, that's purple and orange, and so is that. That one's in sporadic. Fix things here. Now, did I place any of the artillery units where no, because green fired, so I couldn't clear that hex anyway. Oh, that hex is already cleared. That's why I put it there. Yeah, okay. So I've not, there's nothing I can bear it. Even the drift, well, they could drift twice, couldn't they? But I can't clear that hex anyway. So I'll take it that I can't clear blue because of what I've just spoke about. But I could see that one maybe being argued that you could. However, I won't do it. I'll just leave it rather than cause trouble. But let me know, and I'll clear that one there. Because orange did not fire because we've taken orange out, and purple didn't fire. Okay, that's it. East one done. Right, let's look in the west. Okay, what was it we had in the west? We had, it's a bit glary that, hang on. We had orange, which, well, was disrupted, but however still goes off, and then purple, and then green. So, Orange starts here, goes right along to here, green takes over, and then purple takes over, and yeah, we're not getting nothing, are we? No, we're getting nothing. Sorry, I didn't pan right along there, but that's all purple along there, so yeah, so not getting nothing out of that. Okay. Right, hopefully we're up to date with that. Oh, there was a couple of things I wanted to mention. Yeah, okay, I think I've got them. I usually write them down when I see something, but there's one that I didn't really write down, but I've just remembered it just now. So, this one here I was discussing. I mean, this orange position was I had a unit in it, so fair enough. And I was discussing the infiltration move here, and fair enough. If I move from here to here, I'm going from adjacent to this purple position in its field of fire to another hex adjacent in its field of fire. So I would have to draw a card, and if a purple diamond came up, he would take a hit. I could then either leave him there or still have him moved, but he would still have to take a hit, and that would be an action as well. Now, when this orange position was occupied, for some reason mentioned that because it's an orange fire and purple that we're actually infiltrating past 2 WNs. Well, I'm sure you noticed that's not the case, because I wasn't adjacent to the orange position here. You need to be adjacent. To give you an example, here we're in red and brown field of fire, and we're adjacent to both of them. Now, if I'm making a move to there, it costs me an action. I've got to make an infiltration move on brown and red, so I draw one card. If I get a brown diamond or a red diamond, he has to take a hit, and he can either go back and stay there or move to there. So yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. It needs to be adjacent, and I mean, I know I'm moving from an orange field of fire to an orange field of fire, and I'm moving adjacent to it there, but I wasn't adjacent to start with. Okay, so I'll put a wee note on that in the start of the video, and I've put that video up there now, I think. And then, of course, I mentioned the other thing about the forgetting to, well, putting that unit is actually destroyed now. It never even go. All that hassle finding out where it was. Mind it was marked DW. In fact, I took it over there. Hang on, just so I could write down the details of it. Yeah, this guy here that we talked about. Remember, we tried to put him on this beach landing box when he's got a DW. We ended up with him along here, and we had all that carry on about, we would have cleared another hex, yada yada, and then, well, he's gone now after all that trouble, and he's dead. Right, and then the final one gave me a fright, but, well, actually, I've not looked at the rule yet, so hang on. Well, I'll tell you what it was before I go and look. We had green and purple firing. Purple ended up hitting 2 units in here that had the circle. It was a purple circle. Yeah, card's still up there anyway. And it also took out, just the artillery that we're talking about, didn't it? It was in here. So that was its 3 hits it could dish out. We also had green, and the artillery was in green intense fire, but the purple couldn't hit anything else anyway. So that was kind of fine, but green's really wanting 2 hits, and the only hit we could find was this unit in sporadic. However, green, I'll bring it down. There's the card, can we just see it there? Another one that you can maybe forget. What has green got? It's got a leader symbol. So, and we've got an HQ just sitting right here. And I was like, oh no, I've missed that. And green wanted to hit something else. This is a diamond. Remember, we're looking for circles, and I looked through this. This is a triangle. This is a triangle. There's triangles down here. And triangle and a diamond. So I was like, right, well, it can only hit one, but totally missed the HQ. However, this is in sporadic, and like I say, this is a rule I need to go and look up, but I get the feeling we're somehow going to get away with that, because I don't think HQs can be disrupted. So I'm going to have a look now. Yeah, we've got away with that. And you know what, when I was looking at it on the video, I couldn't see the actual symbol, and I thought that's got to be in green, but I could see this one, And I knew that was sporadic, and I thought, that's surely going to be steady fire. We've got lucky there. It says 11.4 German fire against leaders. A hero general HQ may be hit by German fire during the German fire phase if a fire card includes a German position colour with a star. A position of that colour in the sector may hit a leader in its intense or steady field of fire. So it doesn't mention it needs to be an intense or steady. And then 11.42 says leaders do not become disrupted by German fire, although the units they are stacked with may. So we got lucky there, that being just sporadic. Or that HQ, that's what happens to an HQ then. I got the feeling they got put back on the track, but I could be wrong with that. Do they have a hit side to them? No, that's a command post situation, yeah. Oh yeah, I just needed to read on. If a hero is hit, he is killed. Flip his marker to inspired side. If an HQ is hit, it is disorganised and will take some time to re-establish command. Remove the HQ from the map and place it 2 turns later on the turn track. The unit will re-enter play via beach landing. If a general is hit, he is lightly wounded. Flip his counter over. Being lightly wounded does not affect the general's capabilities. If a lightly wounded general is hit, he is killed. Remove his counter from play. So you get 2 chances with a general. The hero gets flipped to inspired, so you lose a bit, but you still get the free turn, and the HQ goes 2 turns. It's not so much the 2 turns, he's got to land again. I'm pretty sure I had that in my last game that I played way back. I seem to remember an HQ getting hit, and oh no, I've got to bring it all on board again, and really causes real havoc. So something to remember. Try and keep them in a safe spot as well, really. Mind, the HQ is the last thing to take, the leader is the last thing to take a hit. You would try and hit anything else first. Although, would you select, well, actual fact, that's what we did, didn't we? The fact this was in sporadic fire. Let's say we had 1 hit to deal out from green. This was in sporadic and the leader was in steady fire. Would we still go and disrupt the sporadic fire hex and then say, right, we can't now hit the leader? Well, let's just see if I read on again. 11.41 says, select a leader to take a hit only after assigning hits to other eligible US units, regardless of the type of fire in the leader's hex. Okay, if the number of other options eligible to hit equals or exceeds the German position's hit limit, the leader is not hit. Well, okay, I get that. So let's just say that the HQ's in intense fire and the other unit's in steady fire. The other unit's going to take a hit before the hero. That's what that says there. It doesn't matter about the type of fire. However, let's just say the leader's in intense fire and this is in sporadic fire. Because it says select a leader to take a hit. Now it depends how this is meaning, what the meaning of take a hit is. Only after assigning hits to other eligible US units, regardless of the type of fire in the leader's hex. Because, I mean, is this still classed as taking a hit? It's only disrupting the unit because it's in sporadic fire. So, my guess would be that that still counts as a hit. Yeah, surely. But yeah, there's another question if somebody wants to answer it, just to be absolutely sure. If this was in sporadic fire and the HQ was in, well, in fact, intense or steady fire, would you still disrupt the sporadic fire before? Does the sporadic fire hex, does that still count as a hit being assigned? Yeah, it must do, Grant. I I think I'm away on one there. I think I'm away in Grant Zone. Where he starts to like create some kind of situation that doesn't need to be created. Okay, let's forget about that. But anyway, we got away with the HQ, so that's a good point. Right, I think we've done the beaches. Yeah, that was the only other issue I'd seen. So move that card back up. We are now moving on to the US action phase, but just to remind everybody, that was the event that we got. And intense German fire reduces action allowance from 2 to 1 in each division this turn. Well, thank you very much. So we're only going to get one action in each side this time. And, well, yeah, we'll have to see what that's going to be. Now, I think I might have to take a pause just now, so we'll see. I should be able to just come back, leave the camera pause. The fact that I've got this other phone now, I can do that rather than cutting it and whatever, and there's more space and yada yada. Okay, so I'll hopefully be back soon, guys. Cheers.